How is everybody? I hope everybody is fine and doing well. Today's topic is kinematics. Anybody can tell me what is our distance? Do you know what is distance means? I think everybody knows what the distance means. Can you define distance? Okay, let me do it for you. Distance is the length covered by a moving object. If an object moves a distance of 10 kilometers between two places A and B, length covered is 10 kilometers, and that length covered is distance, irrespective of direction. If we travel from A to B or B to A, in both cases, the distance is same, 10 kilometers. Unit for the distance is meter, and it is a scalar quantity. Why it is scalar quantity? Because it does not need direction to mention it completely. So distance is the length covered by a moving object between the two places, and it is a scalar quantity because it does not need any direction to be mentioned. Next term that we are going to discuss is displacement. So everybody knows what does the displacement means? If we add direction to distance, like the same, if I can say I'm considering the same example, the distance between two places A and B is 10 kilometers, but if we add direction, that object is moving from A towards B, then this distance becomes the displacement. Distance was a scalar quantity. It does not need a direction, whether you are traveling from A to B or B to A, but for displacement, we have to mention the direction. So in case if I'm traveling from A to B, then displacement is displacement is 10 kilometer due east. Here, along with the distance in kilometers, we are mentioning the direction as well. But if I consider the motion from B to A, in that case, the displacement BA will be 10 kilometer, length will be same, distance will be same, unit is same, but the direction is opposite. So that's why this is the main difference between the distance and the displacement. Distance is a scalar quantity. This guy does not contain or possesses the direction, whereas the displacement is a vector quantity. Why it is vector quantity? Because it possesses both magnitude with the suitable unit along with the direction. So distance, scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. If I consider another example, if an object moves from a town A to town B, 4 kilometers towards the east, and then turns and at a 90 degree and travels 3 kilometers to town C, in the north direction. Then distance A to C. When we are considering the distance, we have to follow the path A to B and then B to C. The total distance traveled by the moving object is 4 plus 3 is 7 kilometers. But if I consider the displacement, then I have to follow the direct route. So in case of displacement from A to C, I have to follow the direct route instead of the path followed by the object. It is the shortest distance between A and C, and its direction I have to mention as well. In case of distance from A to C, I'm not mentioning the direction, I'm just following the path, and the total distance covered or length covered by the object is added to be 7 kilometers. But if I consider the displacement between A and C, I have to follow the shortest path, direct route. That is 5 kilometers and its direction is northeast. So distance is simply the length covered by a moving object, whereas displacement is the shortest distance between the two places and its direction from initial point towards the final. So displacement, because it is a vector quantity, we have to mention its direction as well. So its direction is from initial point towards the final point. So displacement is shortest distance between two places and it is directed from initial point towards the final point. So I hope displacement is clear. Let's have another example. Suppose an object starts its motion from point X towards the point Y, 12 kilometer, and then it takes a U-turn and moves to point C, another 4 kilometer. So in this case, if we consider the distance X to Z, it will be 12 plus 4. So we have to follow the path, the total length covered. As we have defined the distance, that is the total length covered by the moving object, that is 16 kilometer. But displacement between X and Z is the shortest distance. The shortest distance between X and Z is 8 kilometer. So displacement from X to Z is 8 kilometer due east. This is how we calculate distance and the displacement. This is the main difference. So distance is the total length covered, displacement is the shortest distance. In case of distance, we don't have to mention the direction, but for the displacement, we have to mention the direction as well. Now everybody is familiar with the term speed. How fast an object is traveling. In every day we use it quite often. If an object travels between 2 points A and B at length of 10 meters in 2 seconds, then its speed is given by the distance traveled per unit time. So we say 10 meters in 2 seconds. That will be 5 meters per second. Distance divided by time gives the speed. Speed is defined as the distance traveled by a moving object in 1 second, or it is also, in a simple words, we can say it is a rate of change of distance. Distance traveled by a moving object in 1 second or per unit time, or rate of change of distance. So the speed is rate of change of distance. Distance traveled in unit time. So I have divided distance by time to get the speed. So it is defined as the rate of change of distance. Simple definition. Formula for speed. Or simple, V stands for the speed, D for the distance, T for the time. Its SI unit is meter per second. That is standard international unit, meter per second. But in everyday life, we use other unit, that is kilometer per hour. But the kilometer per hour is not the standard unit. Standard unit is meter per second, which we will use in physics. It is scalar quantity. Why it is scalar quantity? Because we have not mentioned direction. While defining the speed or calculating the speed, we are not defining any direction. We have not mentioned any direction. Even in its definition, it is rate of change of distance. Distance itself is a scalar quantity. Time is a scalar quantity. So two scalar quantities give us another scalar quantity. The speed is a scalar quantity because it does not need direction. It just tells us how fast an object is traveling. In some cases, like when you travel from your home to school, do you think your speed is constant? You travel at the same speed? No, I don't think so. On the roads, we have to vary our speed depending on the condition of the road or the public on the road. Our speed keeps on varying. If I consider an object if I consider an object travels 10 kilometers in 30 minutes from A to B, and then another 8 kilometer travel from B to C in another 30 minutes. What is its speed? In this case, we cannot tell its exact speed. We use another term, that is average speed. For average speed, as you people already familiar with it, we calculate total distance and divide by total time. Total distance in this case and total time I'm using larger unit, kilometer and hours, because the total distance is 18 kilometer and total time is 60 minutes. Instead of 60 minutes, I'm using 1 hour. So the speed come out to be 18 kilometer per hour. In such case, when the speed is varying, then we use the term average speed. So whenever you are traveling from one place to another, you cannot calculate your exact speed. That will be your average speed that you are calculating, because if you look at the speedometer of the car, at a time it will be much lower speed, around 10, 20, 30, and at other moment it will be above 100. But if you want to calculate the average speed, you have to divide the total distance divided by total time. Unit for the average speed is same, meter per second. Here I'm using the largest unit, and it's a scalar quantity because the direction is not mentioned in it. So it is also scalar quantity, and unit is meter per second. So speed is the rate of change of distance. Another term, velocity. You people are already familiar with it. The difference between the velocity and the speed is again the direction. Speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is a vector quantity. We define velocity as rate of change of displacement. Instead of rate of change of distance, we say rate of change of displacement. And the displacement is adding direction to the speed. So speed, velocity is speed in particular direction. Speed in a particular direction gives us the velocity. If we add direction to the speed, it becomes velocity. Or we can define it as rate of change of displacement instead of rate of change of distance. So simply you can define speed in a particular direction or rate of change of displacement. So velocity is formula for both quantities, speed and velocity, is same. Only the difference is we have to divide displacement by time. SI unit is also same, but it is a vector quantity. Why it is vector quantity? Because it has direction. Suppose an object moves from A to B, a distance of 30 meters in 10 seconds, and then take a U-turn and travels 10 meters in further 5 seconds. If I say velocity from A to B, that will be displacement 30 meter divided by time 10 seconds. But it has direction as well. Due east. If I calculate the speed from A to C, I'm considering speed. So I need total distance by divided by total time. But if I calculate average velocity, I have to divide total displacement by total time. In case of speed, we have to divide distance by time. But in case of velocity, we have to find the displacement between A and C. And that is 20 meters, and the time taken will be same. The total time, 10 plus 5. So it is 4 by 3 meter per second. So in both cases, you have to be very careful while calculating the speed. We are dividing distance by time, and while calculating the velocity, we have to divide displacement by time. So in this example, the displacement between A and C is 30 minus 10, 20 meters, but the time will be considered to be total from as we travel from A to C in 5 plus 10, 15 seconds. So speed is rate of change of distance, scalar quantity, velocity is rate of change of displacement, and it is a vector quantity. The displacement divided by time gives you velocity. The only difference in these two quantity is one is a scalar quantity and other is a vector quantity. Next term is acceleration. What does acceleration means? If you consider your car, there are three kinds of pedals in it: a clutch, a brake, and an accelerator. Accelerator is used to increase the speed of the car, and the brakes are used to decrease the speed of the car. Both these pedals are function of both these pedal is same. One is increasing the speed, means changing the speed in a positive way. Other is decreasing the speed, means the changing the speed in the negative way. So both are doing the same thing, the change in speed. So acceleration basically is the change in the speed. It's a rate, how quickly the speed is changing is gives us the acceleration. So acceleration is rate of change of velocity. How quickly the velocity is increasing or decreasing, that gives us acceleration. So it is a change in velocity. Most of the sometimes students mix up the things. They consider acceleration to be speed. If a car is traveling fast, they consider that its acceleration is high. It's not necessarily. How quickly you're changing the speed. If you're pressing the accelerator hard, you're increasing speed more rapidly. So how quickly the speed is changing, that gives us the acceleration. But if you're traveling at a constant speed, maybe it is 120 kilometer per hour. So if the speed is not changing, then the acceleration is not there. If speed is changing, then this acceleration exists, whether the speed is increasing or decreasing. But if you're traveling at a constant speed, then acceleration is zero. The formula for the acceleration is v minus u over t, where v stands for final velocity, u stands for initial velocity, a for acceleration, t for time. You people are quite familiar with it. Its unit is meter per second square. It is a vector quantity. Why it is vector quantity? Because velocity is the vector quantity. So the direction of velocity will be the same as the direction of the acceleration. If the car or the object is accelerating, its speed is increasing, then the acceleration has a direction same as the direction of the velocity. So that's why acceleration also is a vector quantity. If an object travels between two places, initially its speed is 5 meters per second. After 10 seconds, its speed becomes 50. So if we suppose an object is moving between two places at the beginning, its speed was 5 meters per second, and upon reaching B, speed becomes 50 meters per second. Its acceleration is final speed or final velocity divided by initial velocity over time. So final is 50, initial is 5, will be 50 minus 5 divided by 10. 4.5 meter per second. This is how we calculate the speed. Acceleration. So its acceleration is 4.5 meter per second square, and its direction is same as the direction of the motion. So due east. So in most of the cases we don't have to mention the direction, but we should know in which direction it is moving. Acceleration is positive if the object is speeding up. If the speed is increasing, then if velocity is increasing, then we say it's a positive acceleration. But if you are applying the brakes, speed is decreasing, acceleration is negative. So if velocity is decreasing, you're applying brakes. In that case, we say acceleration is decreasing. And negative acceleration has the direction opposite to the motion. When you're applying brakes, the acceleration is negative and its direction is opposite to the direction of motion. That's all, student, for the today. And will send you a, uh worksheet, and you must solve it and ask any question if you have any. Yesterday I sent you a worksheet and nobody asked me any question. So if you have any question, you can ask me today. Okay, thank you.